we are continuing the UFC Fight Night UFC Vegas 100 fight card. Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates. Let's get right into it, but before we do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow. Hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload. Let's go. In today's video, we have Ricky Turcios versus Benardo Sopaj. Sopaj is 11-3. His country is Albania. He stands at 5'6" tall. He weighed at 135 pounds, and his last win has a reach of 66 inches and a leg reach at 37 inches. While Ricky Turcios, on the other hand, is 13-4. His country is United States. He stands at 5'9" tall. He weighed at 136 pounds, and his last win has a reach of 71 inches and a leg reach of 38.5 inches. Both forms of reaches go into Ricky Turcios' favour, but when it comes to height, again, Ricky Turcios, it goes in his favour. A lot of these stats going here are going into Ricky's favour. He has 1 extra loss, 2 extra wins. It's a fairly close fight with that. The weight, roughly going to be the same anyways. The reach, obviously, the arm reach is a massive difference. The arm reach is a massive difference going into this one for Ricky Turcios, but a 1.5 for the leg reach, so it's not much to go for there. But Ricky Turcios, just based off of these stats, should use his jab, use his backhand, keep it long, straight punches. But let's move on to win buys to see how they've got it done in their previous fights. Now, I was looking through these fights because I did look at this one, and it turns out that this is a debut for this person. So Renier Derrida, I don't know if that's how you pronounce their name, I apologize if it's not, has a debut coming up. And I do believe Benardo Sopaj also has his debut because they haven't listed anything here for him. So Benardo Sopaj is a bit of a mystery fighter for this fight if you don't know the stats like I do. Now, I'm not going to go look for his stats. We're going to have to wait and see. And I will probably throw out a prediction here, basing it off of the next 2 stats. But right now, let's go for this one. Ricky Turcios has a 25% KO TKO, 8% submission, 67% decision with an average fight time sitting around 13 minutes and a knockdown average of 0. While Benardo Sopaj has absolutely nothing. Obviously he does, they just haven't listed it because the UFC are lazy. He has an average fight time sitting around 15 minutes and a knockdown average of 0. So therefore, yes, a fair amount of Sopaj's wins are probably coming by decision, but we're about to see where else they could be listed when we move on to significant strikes. With Benardo Sopaj having an average of 3 punches landed per minute, a 52% significant strikes, an average of 5 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 53%. While Ricky Turcios, on the other hand, has an average of 5 punches landed per minute with a significant strike percentage of 37%, an average of 3 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 55%. Although Turcios did have the higher output, everything else he kind of lacked in except absorbing and the defense. So actually not everything. But Benardo Sopaj, although he didn't have as much landed per minute, he had the better significant strikes percentage. He absorbed quite a bit more than Ricky Turcios, but his defense wasn't too bad comparing to Turcios. It's obviously worse, but not too bad. So I think Benardo Sopaj, just based off these stats, should probably keep it on the feet. Turcios should try and use his range, get on the inside though, and try and get it taken down. But I think he should try and use his range for a little bit. And Benardo Sopaj should try and go for keeping on the feet based off of these stats so far. Let's move on to the grappling to see how they performed in the grappling in their previous fight. Benardo Sopaj has an average of 3 takedowns, 75% takedown accuracy, 50% takedown defense with a submission average of 0, while Ricky Turcios, on the other hand, had an average of 1 takedown, 25% takedown accuracy, 45% takedown defense, and a submission average of 0 as well. Based off of those stats, Benardo Sopaj, turns out I was wrong. Benardo Sopaj could do very well on the feet, but it seems that he could do a lot better in the grappling. So what I think should happen is Benardo Sopaj, although you've got the disadvantage of the reach, get on the inside of Ricky Turcios, get it taken down, go for a submission. I'm going to guess that Sopaj's most of his wins are coming by submission, and he'll probably try and go for a submission in this one. Ricky Turcios, mix up a bit, keep it on the feet, also go some grappling, show that you can do a bit of both. But mainly for Ricky Turcios, I think you should keep it on the feet, use your range, keep him at a distance, don't let him get on the inside, because I think Benardo Sopaj could dominate if it goes down. But that's just my thoughts, my opinions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins, and how do you think they win? Apart from that, sorry for how this video played out. I was hoping there'd be more, but that's how the UFC Apex cards go. They just chuck on guys who are new to the UFC, and they don't really list too much. It's like they just don't care about these cards, so it fucking sucks. But hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in a bit. Take care, and peace.